Hi, friends! Here we are! I asked you all on social media to send questions. If you could ask a psychic medium anything, what would you ask? And y'all never disappoint, so thank you. If you are new to my channel, hello, my name is Alyssa. I am a psychic medium, and I say shamanic practitioner. I think it might be better to say a walker between worlds because communicating with the world of spirit is a much more grand term and a much more grand experience than I think I could put into words. So I am a walker between worlds. And I'm here to share that with you guys. And so thank you all for sending your questions in. One of them I did a channeling on because I felt like it was kind of required a bit more depth than I think I could express, if that makes sense. With all of these questions, when you're asking a psychic medium, we're all different people, right? You on the other side of that screen, you're a different person from me. We may have some similar things. We may have a lot of things in common. We may have a lot of things that are different. We're all here on this planet together. We're all sharing this existence together. So there's always that thread that ties us together. But there's sometimes I have to ask for more clarification, and sometimes I get clarification, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's like I don't get any more information than something simple or maybe nothing at all. So one of the questions I did do a channeling on, and I will share that with you guys as well. And I want to preface this whole thing with I'm going to talk to you guys from my personal experience. These are things that I've experienced. I can't talk to you as though I am, an all-knowing being. Because the more I learn, the more I realize I don't know. And there's always something to learn. So I'm going to speak to you from my experience, my lived experience, my understood experience speaking with the world of spirit, through different readings and different channelings, and I can just speak to you from what I understand things to be. And if that resonates with you, wonderful. If you learned something new, stellar. But the only thing I'm going to tell you is continue to be curious. Always continue to be curious, because there's always something to learn. All right. And with that, I'm going to have some water. Am I the only one who drinks out of a jar? I feel like I'm it's kind of nice. There's something about it. Just maybe I'm lazy. I don't know. We have plenty of cups. I just prefer the jar. Maybe I'm just odd, but that wouldn't be the first thing ever, nor the first time I've heard, "Oh, you're odd." So, for those of you who are unaware of what a psychic medium is a person who has the ability to read energy and to pick up the kind of the unseen, the unknown, and to speak to the disembodied energy in the universe, in the whole of existence. So I've been this way my entire life. I honestly have some memories way back when, one of my very first memories was being incredibly young and seeing angels and spirits in my room, seeing orbs, seeing spirits, talking to spirits, and it kind of just grew from there. In a nutshell, I can get I'm just gonna give it to you guys in a nutshell. And it grew throughout my entire existence, and there was plenty of time in my life where I didn't want it. It was weird. It just made me feel scared or unsure, and there's been a whole gambit of just up and down with it, and it's something that never goes away. And I just kind of accepted that it's part of who I am and what I'm here for, and to just kind of embrace it and work through the fear, because fear is a huge thing that can cause change. So Anyway, I am rambling. There's a lot to talk about on that. And if you want to hear more about like my personal story, I will happily share it with you guys. But I'm here to answer your questions today. So I have them written down. I also have it, the channeling for one of them that I felt needed to be a bit more information on, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't really know how to speak to it too much from my personal experience. So, first question I got was, do you read for yourself? And honestly, I do tune in for myself. I ask my guides. It's very important that you do have a good connection with your guides. I can read for myself in some aspects, but like you, I am here to live a human existence, and I am not exempt from living my life as well. So I don't always get answers to questions that I ask. I don't get a VIP pass. I don't get like a you're an exception to the rule. I will also go to a couple trusted sources for my own questions or something that I feel like I'm tripped up on. And yeah, we're always here to help each other, I feel like, in the world, at least those of us who feel the calling to help people. Like, we always want to help people. So I can read for myself in some aspects, but again, I'm not like special VIP pass kind of thing. Like, I don't get to know more than everyone else, if that makes sense. Like, if I have a question about like my life path, sometimes I get some guidance, sometimes I get like crickets, and it's just not literal crickets, but the like the metaphorical, like, yeah, there's not like there's no answers to be given, because if it in some way is going to interfere with my life and living the human experience, I don't get those answers. I still have to live the human experience too. So the answer to that is kind of a yes and a no. This next question I feel like is a bit more open-ended, so forgive me, I don't have like a simple answer for this one, but it's are my loved ones okay? And it's on an individualized basis, I feel like, when it comes to answering these questions, because your loved ones are experiencing their own experience. I don't even know how to put this. Your loved ones are never like alone. Put it that way. When they pass, they're never alone. Even if they were like in their home by themselves, for example, or if it was something like all of a sudden, we are never truly alone. So whether or not they're okay, I guess, is a state of how they're perceiving their life, their existence, because just because you're not like incarnate in a body, right, does not mean you're not like experiencing things. And I do want to say that everybody is like never alone. If that, I don't know, everybody is never alone. It's when you pass, you have your guides waiting for you. There's usually loved ones. There's pets. They're like, dogs, cats, animals. Very rarely have I heard of somebody who has been like stuck or felt confused. Does that make sense? I have encountered some spirits who, when they pass, there is like some confusion, some not understanding things. Those cases are a little more rare, and they usually happen with trying to find a way to put it, like trauma cases, that are just kind of more shocking, I would say, like to the person. But I feel like I'm kind of going into a ramble here. When your loved ones pass, there's always somebody there. Even if it's all of a sudden, if it's a long drawn out illness, if it's hey, they were by themselves, hey, they were at a party, it doesn't matter. There's always someone in the world of spirit ready to greet you when that time comes, okay? From my understanding. And from there, it can be, what happens from there is an individualized process. It's not like everyone just kind of gets on like in the movie Soul. You don't get on some conveyor belt that just kind of takes you where you need to go. But I want to say 99.9999999% of the time, your loved ones are okay. They are not alone trying to figure out what's going on in the world around them, right? So that kind of leads into the next one, which was what happens when we die. And like as I said previously, there's always somebody there to greet you. Always somebody there to greet you. It's amazing how we can feel alone and how truly unalone we really are. And it can be kind of hard to totally verbalize the understanding. But from what I understand, when we die, we have simply transition. I've had some souls tell me that in their transition, they felt a lightness, like they felt lighter coming out of their form and transitioning. I've had some people tell me that they felt like a sinking, and like none of it scary. I want to preface that, like none of them have told me like, oh, it was a scary feeling. Like some of them just felt lightness, some of them felt sinking. But the only thing I can say for sure is that they felt a transition. I've never had anybody tell me there was never somebody there for them either, that they're by themselves and just kind of rambling about like through I don't know, their experience. So what happens when we die is still, I feel like, a really open-ended question for me to answer. I don't know exactly what happens. I know that we experience the transition, and some people, have felt it as a lightning. They're lifting. They feel like there's this like lift out of their body. I've had some people tell me it feels like there's like a depth, like a pull, and I don't think the direction matters necessarily as much as that the transition is coming out of the physical form. But for the most part, from what I understand, most of the time people are who they are. You know, they look back and there's an acknowledgement of that transition. I now see myself or who I was. I've left that behind. There is that transition. And there's always been someone to greet someone. Very rarely have I heard anybody say anything about oh, there's only like one person there for me, or there was this or that. Like, you're always greeted. And you're never alone. So the next question from that was, what is the afterlife like? And this is a question I ask often. You can't help but be curious. Like, you can't help but be curious. And I never get a straight answer. Ever. I never, ever get a straight answer. I have asked my brother this. Like, one person is like, I've known you my entire life. Like, and when he passed away and I really got to have a conversation with him, I asked him what it was like, and he said it was better than I could ever explain to you. And at first I was kind of like, excuse me, like, can you try? And he just gave me this, like, you don't have the capacity to understand it right now. So it makes sense. Like, how do you explain something to someone when they have no concept? I can give you what people have told me life is like for them in the afterlife, right? The afterlife. It sounds funny to say afterlife, the after incarnation, because like life doesn't cease to exist for you whenever you leave your body. So the afterlife, the after incarnation, we'll call it the after incarnation. People have expressed to me through like talking to many different spirits, they're doing what they love. I have not heard of a Golden Gate. I have not heard of the like the biblical sense of what the afterlife is like, like I haven't heard that. I've heard people tell me what they're doing, like what they're experiencing in a way. Like if they really loved something in life, they're usually doing that in afterlife too, after incarnation. From what I understand, there are like tasks. I don't know how to say tasks is the right word, but there's like tasks that you will take on to help evolve different species, to help evolve different things. Like, you maybe in life you were really like philanthropic, and so in the after incarnation you still have that soul's desire, right? That still have that desire within your soul to see that beauty that you want to see come to fruition. Like you still have that, you still want that for people, you still want that for the world. If you were really big with working with animals, then you're probably still going to want to do things in the afterlife working with animals. There's people, it sounds like from people I've talked to, what they loved in life, incarnation, they love in the afterlife too. It's something that they just continue to do, and it makes them happy. So the afterlife, I don't think it's necessarily a place, if that makes sense. Like you go from one place to another, because the way I experience communicating with spirit is that I raise my vibration up and kind of help clear out the dense heaviness and allow myself to be open to hearing what seems like just tuning into a different radio frequency. Like it's like it's all in the airwaves. It's all there. It's just, are you tuned into it? Like, can you hear it? Are you perceiving it? So, my perception, I guess, is from what my understanding is that like there isn't like a place. It's just like an existence that is more expansive, if that makes sense. It's a place of broader understanding, and not like you pass away and all of a sudden you get your angel wings and you're on to heaven kind of thing. Honestly, we'll all find out whenever we go. We get to enjoy the incarnation and the I don't know, dumbing down, is that a way to say it? The dumbing down of having to not have such a vast connection and expansion awareness. Not that you're not still connected, but that just the awareness cannot be there as readily to understand more of the workings of it all. When I asked my brother what he was doing, he was, funny enough, he was like, he likes to sit in the trees when the wind is blowing really hard. Like, there's things that he just, that's what he likes to do. It's what made him happy. I know because we rode dirt bikes growing up that he really enjoyed that. The moments, it sounded to me like in the moments where he felt his freest and most alive is what he feels, what he experiences in the afterlife, the after incarnation. I feel like saying afterlife is so weird, even though I'm so accustomed to saying it, but it just seems like a weird thing to say because life doesn't ever stop. The final question was, what does the universe need from me, and like how do I serve my best purpose? This one I kind of felt like I needed to ask my guides, because I feel like there's when I ask this question, I don't ever really get a specific answer for myself, and I just felt like it was like maybe I'll ask them and speak from their words versus speaking from my own, because they're much more in tune and they'll give what they can give without affecting your lived experiences, if that makes sense. Like without affecting like telling you what to do or expecting, because that's the one thing like with spirit, it's like they're not going to tell you what to do. They're not going to be like, go get a lottery ticket and get these numbers, or like I guess from my experience, I've never had this go do X, Y, and Z. So I feel like I had to ask deeper about it and kind of like see what they had to say, because honestly, I'm curious about these things sometimes too, and but they're always great at not affecting, like, with giving information if they can, and not affecting our need to experience being human, and that's why we're here. Like, we went through the birth to get here, right? Like, we live this life, we own this existence in this body, and they don't want to like affect anything that would make you feel as though you don't have the freedoms that you do to make your choices. So when I just asked, what does the universe want from me? And I didn't mean me as in me, I meant like the proverbial me as in everybody. Like, what does the universe want from an individual when they ask that question, when they're seeking that answer? What does that mean? So they said, do you view yourself as separate? All atoms exist in a state of becoming, ever changing and growing. You are no different. Like the nebulas that become systems, so do you play a part in the whole that is existence. What calling sounds from within you? What systems or ideas bring you to bubble with energy? What changes do you want to see in this world? What makes your whole being light up with joy? What makes your whole being experience an emotion, a deep emotion, be it pleasant or unpleasant? There is no one answer for this question, because what you do with your incarnation is a choice, and only you get to decide. When you listen to your soul's words, what do you hear? What inspires you? The universe is all things. Every atom in existence is becoming something, and always ever in motion. That motion is the dance of all existence. The question I have for you, dear one, is what dance do you wish to do? The universe within you speaks. What does it say? So, kind of I can tell you, like, when I channel, it's not just the words, it's also like emotions and kind of like deeper feelings that can come into that. And what I felt with this one was the depth of what's within you speaks. The voice that's within you speaks. And it may not be literal like words, but it could be you feel inspired by something. You saw a news article that made you feel an intense emotion, be it good, be it bad, because the purpose is not a single purpose. From what I understand, what I was understanding was that if we're all in this together, and we're all the universe, and we're all in a state of becoming, right? Like, atoms are that atoms are what make up everything as far as our, human understanding goes. And if that is an ever endless dance, how we choose to dance is how we express in that existence. And to put the word purpose on it would feel like, how do I say that? To put a word like purpose on it would feel like, how do I express what is important? Like, what within my being feels important? Do you feel like there's something in the world that you really want to make a change about, that you feel so strongly about, like, right? Like, I really feel passionate about a subject or a thing or a culture, a people, a something, because the days that we choose to really make something of that makes sense, like, everything's the choice that we make, like, what you want to do with the day, the hours, the time, that's up to you. There's no problem with, I want to spend time resting. I need some downtime. I need some time to just, take a step back from the hustle bustle and to just breathe. One thing I have really learned is taking a step back to take a deep breath and to have that, like, quiet time is just as important as the active making a change or doing what you love. Because when things are out of balance, like, just the life is out of balance for you, right? Like, I can say, at least for me, it is. Like, I have to find this, like, way of kind of always being the duck on the water that is resilient and keep that buoyancy. And so from what I understand, like, what the universe wants from us as individuals is to live inspired. Do what inspires you. If there's something that enrages you that you're like, God, it bothers me so badly, I don't like it, and sometimes it's like, I don't know what to do about that. Or it's like, oh, we really could try implementing this or implementing that. Or maybe it's like you have a passion for, like, wanting to help people, or maybe wanting to help animals, or maybe wanting to just travel and share different cultures with other different cultures. I don't think there's, like, a right answer. I think it's, from what I'm understanding from the channeling, is it's just what dance do you want to dance in the existence of life? If everyone's doing a tango but you want to do the salsa, or like, maybe there's some sort of calling within you that just says, like, right now I need to do this, and that's okay. But it sounds like it's not one answer, but maybe multiple. And listening to that inner voice and dancing to the beat of your own drum, because we are all in this existence together. I think it was, like, Chief Seattle who said no one has woven the web of life. We're all a thread within it. Everything we do affects each other. So when I think of that, I think of, like, I don't think of it in a way where, like, oh, how are my actions affecting other people all the time? I don't want to say, because it comes across like too afraid to do anything. If it's like, oh, well, if I do this, it's going to affect this. If I do that, it's going to affect that. Well, there's plenty of people in the world that they just do impulsive life and they don't care who it affects. And, but the reality is they're still living their existence. They're still dancing their dance, whether we agree with it or not. And we're all still connected, whether we like it or not. So, living with you and your happiness and your joy and your passion, and being happy with yourself and how things are, how you're dancing your dance, that's the important part, because you're already playing that part in the world. You're already existing and doing that, living that life, right? So I don't think there's a wrong answer. I think it's how do you want to express yourself right now? And what inspires you? What makes you feel good? And how do you utilize that energy? Kind of reminds me, I want to say, my kids, I have 2 young kids right now, and they're the big emotions kind of, experience right now, where it's like, the brain is still developing in the skull. And so helping them regulate and understand emotions is a big deal. And the point I'm getting to is, like, when they get super angry, I want to tell, I tell them that, like, anger is like a fire. It can be beneficial when it's directed properly, like fire has that potential to warm you, cook your food, but it also has that potential to, when out of control, burn things down and cause destruction. So, kind of reminds me of that, like, it's okay to feel something super intensely, and it's how we utilize. It's not bad to feel an emotion. It's not bad to feel an emotion in an intense way. It's how we utilize that makes all the difference in the world. It's sometimes it can just be like, life can just be like this crazy juggle, right? It can be this crazy balance of just, I feel like it's just trying to keep things in balance all the time. And that alone kind of seems exhausting, right? Like, you just feel like you're spinning 1,000 plates, like you're at a circus and you're spinning all the plates, and you're like, oh, this one's starting to slow down. Oh, hey, this one's going crazy, and life's just insane. So, thank y'all so much for asking your questions, and I hope that makes sense. I feel like sometimes I ramble, and I'm trying to get to the point, but sometimes I feel like, am I giving enough pre-information to help the point come across, or am I just kind of not making any sense at all? Because it'll make sense up here, but it doesn't always verbalize and come out in a way where it can help make sense for other people. The joys of, kind of that connection between the two is that sometimes I can understand something and don't know how to verbalize it, and that can kind of suck. So thank y'all for being here. I really do enjoy sharing with you guys and just being here, and I love hearing from y'all. So definitely get back to me. Let me know if you have questions for next time. If you got more questions about something that I said here, let me know. You can leave comments. You can reach out to me. greenlightmessages@gmail.com if you want to send in a question, or next time I throw a box up in the Instagram or Facebook, you can throw another question in there. And if you want to get a reading, or you want to do like some one-on-one coaching, I am absolutely here for that. I also have a couple more openings in my monthly subscriptions that you can see on my Instagram too. I have like a monthly tarot I can do for you, or like a monthly, I believe I just did like a channeling for, those who want to sign up for the monthly channeling. Just trying to make myself a bit more available now. I know it's been so long, and so much of my world has changed, and I have deeply missed being able to sit here and talk to you and to hear from you and have that connection again, kind of re-sparking that. There's just been so much that has gone on and so much that has changed, and I've had to direct my energy and my focus on family and just navigating new waters, like what felt like almost constantly. So it was like, oh, when I think I got a handle on something new came along. And I feel like 7 years is quite the it doesn't sound like a whole lot, but it in some aspects it really is a lot, So I'm grateful to be here, and thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Thanks for sending in your questions. And I will absolutely do channelings on ones where I feel like I don't know how to speak on that, and hopefully they can give me some better way to speak on it than I could possibly understand. So thank you. And on my website, any channelings that I do are going to go up on my website for you guys to refer back to. You can also watch the video again if you need to. But yeah, we're all in this together. I feel like we're all in this together, and if we can help each other and live in a more beautiful world, you know, and not just the physical beauty of the world of all the mountains and the trees and all the physical beauty, but just the beauty of human connection, the beauty of connection to life and the appreciation of everything. Like, I kind of view that as the beauty, you know, being able to live in a harmonious place with everything. So I love you guys. Thank you for being here, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.